and girls. Guess what we're reading? Jack the Bear and Golden Hair is going to read Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And it's written by Judy Barrett. And the illustrations are by Ron Barrett. So you guys ready for the story? Yay! Okay, great. So here we are at a nice home. They're making some breakfast. Looks like a nice pancake. They got a dog. The dad or grandpa's making some breakfast. The kids are there, and so we're all. We were all sitting around the big kitchen table. It was Saturday morning, pancake morning. Yum! Who loves pancakes? I do. Great. Mom was squeezing orange juice. Henry and I were betting on how many pancakes we could eat, and Grandpa was doing the flipping. See him flipping the pancake right there? With his spatula on the pan. The dog's waiting. Okay, so that's really cool. I love pancakes. Second later, something flew through the air, heading towards the kitchen ceiling. Hey, what is that? I don't know. The dog's running after it. The cat's running after it. The chair fell over. What's going on? Hey, did you see it? And it landed right on Henry. What? Ah, the pancake went on his face. After we realized that the flying object was only a pancake, and we all laughed, even Grandpa. Breakfast continued quite uneventfully. All the other pancakes landed on the pan and then were eaten by everyone. Even the dog got a pancake. That's a fun family. And that night, touched off by the pancake incident at breakfast, Grandpa told us the story of the best bedtime story. So, across an ocean, over lots of huge bumpy mountains, across 3 hot deserts and 1 smaller ocean. What? Look how far away this place is. All the oceans and all the lands. Look at all those cactus. There lay a tiny town of Chew and Swallow. What? There's a town called Chew and Swallow? Yep. And you know what happens in Chew and Swallow? In many ways, it was very much like any other tiny town. It had a main street lined with stores, houses, and trees, and gardens around them, a schoolhouse, and 300 people, and some assorted dogs. Oh, wow, it looks like a really fun town. Yeah, there's cars, there's a shoe store, the cleaners, the movie theater, ice cream, hardware. Oh, look at that. That's a really cool store. Oh, yeah, and you know what? But there were no food stores in the town of Chew and Swallow. They didn't need any. The sky supplied all the food they could possibly want. What? The only thing that was really different about Chew and Swallow was the weather. It came 3 times a day at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything that everyone ate came from the sky. What? Can you give me my food, please? I'm hungry for breakfast. Yeah, I'm hungry for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and some Scooby snacks. So what? Whatever the weather served, that's what they ate. But it never rained, it never snowed, and it never blew just like when it rained things like soup and juice. It snowed mashed potatoes and green peas, and sometimes the wind blew in storms of hamburgers. Oh my gosh! Hamburgers from the sky. Look at that! Everyone hungry? Here you go. Here's some nice, hot, juicy hamburgers coming down from the sky. No, that's too funny. Yep. And then the people could watch the weather report on television in the morning, and they would hear a prediction for the next day's food. I wonder what tomorrow will bring. Meatballs. Cloudy with meatballs. Cloudy with meatballs. A meatball. I love meatballs. I'm not complaining. I'm just a little full from them. Yeah. And so this day it rained pancakes. And this day it rained pie. Cherry pie and blueberry pie. And this day it rained soup. And this day it rained, chicken drumsticks. Oh my gosh. They just carried their plates, cups, and glasses, forks, and spoons, and they would always be ready to catch some food. This guy used an umbrella. Spike uses dog bowl. He just brought his plate. Yep, I'll grab that. I got it. I got the chicken strip. Oh, yeah. And the squirrels got some toast and jelly and jam, and the birds got some food. Everyone got food from the sky. The menu varied. By the time they woke up, it could be a shower of orange juice, low clouds of sunny side eggs up, followed by toast, butter, jelly sprinkled down. And afterwards, it rained with milk. Oh my gosh, how fun! He's eating some eggs. Oh my gosh, everyone's eating something. Everybody has jam and toast. And look, even inside, it did hot dogs. Oh my gosh, come on in to our restaurant. The food is coming down. Today we've got nice, juicy hot dogs. Get your hot dogs. Here's your Frankfurter. And there were mustard clouds nearby. And it's delicious. So come on in to Rudolph's fine dining of hot dogs today. And then dinner one night consisted of lamb chops, becoming heavy all the time, and with ketchup. Periods of peas, baked potatoes were followed by gradual clearing with a wonderful jello setting in the west. Do you see the jello moon? Oh my gosh, that's the biggest jello I've ever seen. Lamb chops. Oh, wow. There's so much food. And there's just so many things to eat. Yes, there was just so much food. The sanitation department of Chew and Swallow had a rather unusual job. It had to remove the food that fell on the houses, sidewalks, and lawns. The workers cleaned up after every meal. And the rest of the food was put back in the earth so that the soil would be richer for the people's gardens. Okay, we're cleaning up the mess. You guys can eat that. That's leftovers. And then one day, the weather took a turn for the worse. Spaghetti ties up the town. Oh no, the spaghetti tied up the town. What are we gonna do? Record-breaking fossil falls causes chaos. Oh, we've got so much spaghetti. Somebody have some spaghetti. I'm so sick and tired of eating spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti. We need to change the menu. One day there was nothing but gorgonzola cheese all day long. Gorgonzola cheese, get your gorgonzola cheese. And then the next day there was only broccoli all overcooked. This broccoli is all overcooked. Who likes broccoli? Whoa! And the next day there were Brussels sprouts and peanut butter with mayonnaise. Who likes Brussels sprouts? What? It's my birthday party and none of my friends are digging this Brussels sprout cake. Oh, yucky. Wah! 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 And then another day, there was pea soup fog. No one could see where they were going. They could barely find the rest of the meal that got stuck in the fog. Pea soup! No! I don't know if pea soup is worse than broccoli birthday cake. Oh, yuck! Whoa. Make it rain jelly and peanut butter. The food was getting larger and larger, so there was portions. The people were getting frightened. Violent storms blew up, frequently. Awful things were happening. One Tuesday, there was a hurricane of bread and rolls. And the rolls were hard. Oh, no. And to help people, they piled as much bread as they could in their backyards. The birds picked up it. They just stayed there and got staler and staler. Hey, this bread is hard and stale. I'm used to it falling fresh from the sky. And then there was a storm of pancakes. And it had maple syrup that almost flooded the town. Oh my gosh, the cake covered the school. That's the biggest pancake in the entire world. Do you see it? It covered the whole entire school. Pancake overload. It was too big. Oh, we can't even get in our classroom. And then lunch one day brought 15 inches drift of cream, cheese, and jelly sandwich. Everyone ate themselves sick and ended the day with a stomachache. Oh my God, I'm so full. I'm so full. I'm just a glutton. I'm a glutton. Ah! And then there was awful salt and pepper winds, accompanied by even worse tomato. People were sneezing themselves silly and running to avoid the tomatoes. The town was a mess. There were seeds and pulp everywhere. Tomato storm! Salt and pepper. Achoo! 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 The sanitation department's job was too big for this, and they couldn't do it most of the time. And the badly damaged houses by meatballs. Our house got hit by meatballs. Bam! 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 And noodles. And a big giant donuts and big hamburgers. So a decision was made to abandon the town of Chew and Swallow. It was a matter of survival. Oh no, we gotta get out of here. The meatballs are pounding down. Bacon and meatballs. Oh my gosh. So the people had to leave the town. Look at this sandwich. I mean, it's so big. So the people glued together a giant piece of stale bread, sandwich style, with peanut butter, took absolute necessities with them, and set sail with their rafts to Wonderland. Let's get out of here. Let's make a peanut butter jelly sailboat. Oh, that's funny. They got a bacon sail, and they've got a cheese sail. Oh, that's a bacon flag and cheese sail, and a slice of pizza. Oh, that's funny. And the little sandwich toast. Let's go. Let's go somewhere else. This town is full of meatballs. And so, after floating for 1 week, they reached a small town and welcomed them. The bread had held up surprisingly for them. And so, they found a new school and a new town. And it was really nice. Oh, yeah. The children began school again, and the adults found places for themselves. And the biggest change they had was to buying food at the supermarket. Oh my gosh. Yes, and that's why you buy food at the supermarket. Oh, that is such a cool story. So, that's it. Good night, kids. Good night, Grandpa. Good night. Good night, everyone. The end. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're hungry, I know what you're going to request. Meatballs!